Hello, and welcome to the latest episode of Through the Pages. Today I'm reviewing a book that I was slightly disappointed by, and I don't do these sorts of reviews too often. So I was pumped when I saw this book existed. Deep Sniff, History of Poppers and Queer Futures. So my particular interest is the drug aspect of this. I love drugs. I'm fascinated by them. If you watch this channel long enough, you've seen some books on all types of drugs, and they're fascinating. Like some drug experiences have been like monumental in my life, and so the ubiquity of poppers has always fascinated me. That it's so big in a certain culture, but then doesn't seep out, like, and that it's so contained, which is sort of a pun for how poppers are. But yeah, that has always kind of fascinated me. That I was like, at festivals even, why doesn't it transfer to there from club culture to festivals? That was always strange to me, and that it is such within just the gay community perplexed me. And so I wanted to read more on it. Along with that information in the book, there's a lot of other information. There's a lot of stuff just about people using it with like watching porn and stuff, where I don't really want to learn about that, frankly. Like, I mean, I get it. I know that that's there, and I know people use it for relaxing parts of their body, make it a lot easier to have sex, and make sex more enjoyable, which that I totally understand and everything. But like, yeah, just going into like porn that's made for it, where they say like, all right, we're gonna show you the splash images, then we'll say inhale, we'll do more, and then we'll say inhale, and things like that, where like it's just a little much for me, frankly. I'm not a prude, obviously. I'm just reading fucking drug books, but like, yeah, it just got a little bit deeper into stuff, and then like the last quarter of it was a little rambly. Like, I mean, it's not a big book, so I know you kind of want to fill it up, make it so it's not like a pamphlet, but yeah, just a lot about Star Trek at the end. And so I was fascinated by it, and like the opening stories, like the introduction where it truly is like the history of poppers was like great. I loved that. Like, and it's written in 2021, so it's very cognizant of kind of modern life. I really liked this diagram of different little vessels for them. Ampules is the word. But yeah, so I think right when I saw it, I was just like, I just see the cover art is awesome. It's an easy thing to go in. It's not like a big thick tome on the history of amyl nitrate. It's a fascinating enough book, but I probably wouldn't recommend it. Like, it would be odd to recommend that to someone, I think. Not because of like the like adult part, like not anything like that, of just like it's not good enough. Like I would shudder to think like someone read that and be like, Joe thinks this is good. Like, it's okay. There's some really good, like, it starts good and then it really peters out. So it's gonna be a short review, and I don't really like to do any negative reviews. Like, he wrote a book, that's fucking incredible. He got it published, and there's a lot of good information, tons of good research. It's all there. It hits different people differently. You got 10 different reviews on it. Some people probably really like it. I'm one who started interesting, but it's so-so, but it was always kind of a trudge of like, all right, I'll knock out 2 more chapters, and then it was kind of like, I want to get this thing knocked out so I can fully move on to other stuff. So, Deep Sniff, Adam Zmith. If you're real curious on poppers, go in on it, but know that it's not really all about poppers, and I guess that says that, the queer futures and stuff, but yeah, just a little more rambly than I would have liked. Drop a comment, drop a comment with a smiley face if you've ever